Questioner. Why is man proud? Krishnamurti. Are you not proud if you write a nice hand, or when you win a game or pass some examination? Have you ever written a poem or painted a picture and then shown it to a friend? If your friend says it is a lovely poem or a marvelous picture, don't you feel very pleased? When you have done something which somebody says is excellent, you feel a sense of pleasure, and that is all right. That is nice. But what happens the next time you paint a picture or write a poem or clean a room? You expect someone to come along and say what a wonderful boy you are. And if no one comes, you no longer bother about painting or writing or cleaning. So you come to depend on the pleasure which others give you by their approbation. It is as simple as that. And then what happens? As you grow older, you want what you do to be acknowledged by many people. You may say, I will do this thing for the sake of my guru, for the sake of my country, for the sake of man, for the sake of God. But you are really doing it to gain recognition, out of which grows pride. And when you do anything in that way, it is not worth doing. I wonder if you understand all this. To understand something like pride, you must be capable of thinking right through. You must see how it begins and the disaster it brings. See the whole of it. Which means that you must be so keenly interested that your mind follows it to the end and does not stop halfway. When you are really interested in a game, you play it to the end. You don't suddenly stop in the middle and go home. But your mind is not used to the kind of thinking, and it is part of education to help you to inquire into the whole process of life and not just study a few subjects. Questioner. As children, we are told what is beautiful and what is ugly, with the result that all through life we go on repeating, this is beautiful, that is ugly. How is one to know what is real beauty and what is ugliness? Krishnamurti. Suppose you say that a certain arch is beautiful and someone else says it is ugly. Now, which is important? To fight over your conflicting opinions as to whether something is beautiful or ugly, or to be sensitive to both beauty and ugliness. In life, there is filth, squalor, degradation, sorrow, tears, and there is also joy, laughter, the beauty of a flower in the sunlight. What matters, surely, is to be sensitive to everything and not merely decide what is beautiful and what is ugly and remain with that opinion. If I say I am going to cultivate beauty and reject all ugliness, what happens? The cultivation of beauty then makes for insensitivity. It is like a man developing his right arm, making it very strong and letting his left arm wither. So you must be awake the ugliness as well as to beauty. You must see the dancing leaves, the water flowing under the bridge, the beauty of an evening, and also be aware of the beggar in the street. You must see the poor woman struggling with a heavy load and be ready to help her. Give her a hand. All this is necessary. And it is only when you have this sensitivity to everything that you can begin to work, to help, and not reject or condemn. Questioner, pardon me, but you have not said who was your master. Krishnamurti, does it matter very much? Burn the book, throw it away when you give importance to something so trivial as who the master is. You are making the whole of existence into a very petty affair. You see, we always want to know who the master is, who the learned person is, who the artist is that painted the picture. We never want to discover for ourselves the content of the picture, irrespective of the identity of the artist. It is only when you know who the poet is that you say the poem is lovely. This is a snobishness, the mere repetition of an opinion, and it destroys your own inward perception of the reality of the thing. If you perceive that a picture is beautiful and you feel very grateful, does it really matter to you who painted it? If your one concern is to find the content, the truth of the picture, then the picture communicates its significance.